and have a look. It is historic. He's calling for an end to the war on drugs. So it ties up Ian in terms of the environment, Ian Fleming.
Okay, yes.
As the airport.
Yes.
And the entire state of climate change and degradation of our hemisphere.
Yes.
In the name of acquiescing to the sadness of American citizens and their need for drugs. It is the speech of the century.
You know that I'm seeing it. I wonder if I can play a bit of it on just your word without listening.
The thing about it is I don't know if you have it in English there.
Oh, and they wouldn't have carried the translation while it is happening.
They probably would have, but it was out of this world, Fabi.
Yes.
Really
Okay. Yes, I'm seeing it now. I'm not quite sure. All right, I'm going to ask my producer to. So, in his first address to the United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday, recently elected Colombian President Gustavo Petro delivered a fiery speech that recalled some of his campaign themes, slamming the war on drugs as a failure and accusing the global north of turning a blind eye to the destruction of the Amazon. Abandoning the careful wording that characterizes so much diplomacy at the United Nations, Petro contrasted the dangers of drug addiction to what he described as humanity's even more damaging addiction to irrational power, profit, and money. What is more poisonous for humanity, cocaine, cola, or oil, he asked. All right, yes, it sounded like he was on fire.
He was literally on fire, and I think everyone will love it. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, and thank you for holding so long to tell us that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Because I missed that speech totally. I'm going to go check that out. All right. Wow. Yes. Right, as we come back to you online, the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Where are you calling from?
Portland.
All right. What's the situation there now in Portland?
These times, you don't know that Jamaica is a land of food and water. Alligator pan, so can have excess rain, really for rain. You can have a full up of water, you know?
True.
And I'm not strange, you know? And we used to hurricane, and the first hurricane has stormed. So we black people in Jamaica are aware of these things, you know?
Yes.
And when me that said the country, me are the brethren that we just start with liquid. The biggest problem that we have in the country, black people who call themselves laborers and PMP, you know? You know, who farm King Charles III. King Charles III. King Charles III government.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem, because the two political parties farm King Charles government, you know? All the education on the sound now, we don't know that in this government, you know?
Yes,
the world in
His Majesty's government.
You hear me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm saying we found the world in pain, but from the world we no break not free. Like this man in the area say, yeah, work with the church. And the sovereign of the church is King Charles III. So we can't work with them people there. We have to turn to our Africanness. We can't work with them.
I think
institutional monarchy system of government.
Yes, but you have to listen. You have to listen also. Sam Sharp had no choice. He probably did, but he went to the pulpit and he got the church members, black people who were in the church, to be part of the Emancipation Wars of 1831-32. Baba Paul Bogle did the very same thing. Black people are divided and separated and splintered across the world. And one of the places where we find ourselves more than anywhere else is in the church. No, and these are the same African people. No, it doesn't have to be a uniformity. We don't have to believe, we don't have to have the same ideology. But if we need to get things done, then we're going to have to find a way to work with black people everywhere who recognize, though, the importance of a struggle. So that's the point I'm making. We're working with our brothers and sisters who find themselves going to church on a Sunday, going to the Nyabingi Tabernacle, going to 12 Tribe, going to Norway. It don't matter where we are. We're going to have to unite and work together because people have them ideologies and they're already settled in those. But we can still come to the place of being liberators and seeing ourselves as liberators under the banner of Pan-Africanism, understanding that we're black.
Under the banners of the red, gold, and green, and the red, black, and green, the black, five.
That is Pan-Africanism.
You know what I'm saying?
That is...
amazing. How the church could stop all of them virgin there, where you call it while name from Block and the Gallus. You know, the church could stop them time.
Stop who?
Paul Bogan, all of them.
And you see why we have to talk, though? You see why we have to talk? We have to talk because we're building upon the foundation that them build, that them start. We're building on what Sam Sharp started, the promise of emancipation. We're building on that. We're building on what Paul Bogle continued building on emancipation. We have to understand the continuity. We're not drop out of the sky. And we probably did because we're children of the sun. But we have to understand the continuity. As long as we're up on the terra firma, we have to understand that continuity.
Continuity, where I talk about
to continue the war, continue the struggle, continue the fight for liberation.
Marcus Garvey philosophy, you know? Freedom, Redemption, International Repatriation.
And Marcus Garvey was a Christian. Marcus Garvey was a churchman. So this is a point I'm trying to make. That we have to stop looking at where we go on a Sunday or where we go on a Friday and find a common ground.
No, we are not Christian, you know, we are African, you know. That's a colonialism, you know. So we're born in a colonial world, you know, we're born in this colonial world, they shape up in a student inequity.
But you just quoted Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey.
Listen to me. That's why the man said, we're born amongst them. You see the understanding. I see them system we grew up in. So the man said, instead of amongst them to learn of them ways, I want to learn of them ways.
But look here now, I don't want you to gaslight me, you know, and crazy talk me, you know. I don't want you to gaslight me this morning or crazy talk me. Listen, you quoted Marcus Garvey. And I'm saying to you quoted Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was a Christian.
That's a colonialism. Who teach you that?
No, but you quote him and me quote him. Is you quote him?
No, but you are saying I'm a Christian and I tell you I'm not a Christian.
Me not say you are a Christian. Me say Marcus Messiah Garvey identified as a Christian.
No, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian. We are Ethiopian Africans.
All right.
That's an alien. That's how the white men teach it.
Okay.
I'm not a Christian in this judgment. Christian is an alien philosophy. Satanism. You know?
So let me ask you a question. Did Marcus Messiah Garvey identify as a Christian?
Did he identify a Christian?
Mm-hmm. Did he say he was a Christian?
No, we are not a Christian.
Not you, Marcus Garvey.
You are speaking to him at this moment.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So easy not and winning.
Yeah, my bad.
So when I say this frankly,
yes.
let us stand in the strength and pride of an African sovereignty and leg of King Charles and in government in Jamaica, you know, the church and the state.
Yes,
the
yes.
institutional slavery system, you know, church, state, church, college and business, you know?
Yes.
That's how we let ourselves and done as a people, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Cabo, we let ourselves and done and looking like good.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking of the white men of here.
Mm-hmm.
Them brainwash judgment, education. What we know is not what them tell us.
True.
That's their propaganda them spread from us.
Yes.
As black people.
I agree with you. Thank you so much for calling. Great point.
Right. And the development for us is repatriation to go to a land, a royal sovereign nation, well, kingdom, Africa, you know?
Exactly. Thank you so much, my brother.
That's it.
We're in the final 18 minutes or so. Let me go back to the phone lines. Hello, caller. Good morning. Hotep.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, greetings. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Portmore. I've been holding for over 2 hours. Glad I got through.
Are you serious? I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well, we had rain from 3 o'clock this morning. It's not falling anymore.
Okay.
But I have several things, but I'm going to go short on it. The first thing, the scheme that I live in is called Caymanas Garden.
Mm-hmm.
They gave my mom a roddy. All the citizens that bought house in this scheme, they gave them a roddy because every time rainfall, no matter how little bit the rainfall, the place flood out. Right out. And they said they were going to come and do some fixing. The MP, Mr. Terry Long, was advocating for us. The housing just them come and look and all. No, nothing is done. A big organization is beside us. And that they get a lot of support from this scheme. And they have done nothing in order to try and help to fix it.
Who is
it? Caymanas Garden Racetrack.
Who built the scheme?
It's NHD.
The NHD. Really?
And all know the scheme is not on the map. All know. And this scheme is here from about, I'm 52. I came here when I was 12 years old. So do the math.
Really?
Long time. Yes. okay, the scheme is here from 30 and nearly going 40 years. And all now the scheme is not on the map. Both, because it's two of them. You have site A and you have site B.
Mm-hmm. And why you think it's not on the map?
I don't know, I would like to know. Let me tell you something. I had moved out when I got married. I moved out. But my mom passed away 3 years ago, so I'm back. Back in the scheme. And she's atrocious. The infrastructure and everything, it is bad.
No, I think you're doing the right thing for ball out, and I think you might have to go ball out some more. That sound.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to. We are trying to get our citizen association now back active, so we can, get on top of this, because it is awful.
Yeah,
that is. We're build 2 boats. So that's any time, any flooding or so, because you have persons, because the scheme that is to the back, the side, the houses that are to the back of the scheme, most people back in the days had was to give up their houses, and most of the people did take them over now and stuff and things. Because they thought when it's flooding, you can't go and research it because it's supposed to be on Google. It's terrible. The rain fall heavy, and the place flood out.
Yes, already. I know. I can imagine what you're saying, and I'm feeling your passion on it, and I'm really angry for you too, because that is really just taking people for granted.
I'm telling you.
So NHT, so who responsible now? NHT still or
NHT still in charge of it.
So NHT man, get to know act together and go look on the scheme.
Trust, and them rob up so much money and so much thing go on. Both parties, both parties and nothing is done. And I know that there are other schemes that are feeling it just like us. I know this is not the only scheme.
Yeah, man,
because I live here. Yeah. Okay, about 2 years ago, I contacted you about something, and you promised me that you was going to get some highlights on it.
What's that?
When are they going to move the age of consent for 16? Because that is only to have sex.
Right. So this is something. This is something that you're not the only person who have said this to me from time to time, and we even had a whole thing here when I was doing the Tuesday night program about on that discussion. I was talking about when you can vote as opposed to when you can have sex.
They can't do anything else. They can't vote. They can't do nothing. They can't even get a work. So what is the sense of the age?
I'm losing you. I'm losing you for a minute there.
Hello?
Yes, you're back. Good.
Sorry. I see a terrible injustice happened the other day, and I'm telling you, it just cringed my heart, you know? So the government need to look into this. I think everybody have to come on board, all of us as stakeholders, especially parents.
Yes.
Because sometimes when these things happen, it's the parents, I'm going to say us parents, I've never had that where none of my children, I have 2 big daughters and none of them get pregnant young because we instill certain things. But some parents are losing it because poverty is a wicked thing, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes parents don't want to see their children go out there, but because they don't have it. But I'm in poverty. I'm not going to send me dead down at the bottom. But at most times, especially when my husband did left and gone, I had to be there with my kids alone. But I instill, and when I send them to school without lunch money, they're not beg anybody anything. You have to instill certain things. But some parents just get nonchalant and not care. And when they come home, I look about something, give them, and I can't even eat some at the time because what is left I have to leave for tomorrow.
Yes. One of the things that we've been doing, in other spaces, and I've generally I've been doing it, across Irie, over the years, is to ask that question about the age of consent. So it's really something that I've been focused on, and especially because we're seeing so many of our young people. When we did an entire year of programming on teenage pregnancy, we actually went down to the home. I think it's in Westmoreland, and we did some work on that home, and when I cried, when I went to that home and I saw the young girls, 12 and 11, pregnant. I've never been so affected in my life about anything as when I witnessed that. So yes, I'm with you on this.
We need to form a committee that is going to stand on this. We need to have
where I think you can start while you're talking. Where I think we can start with this is through the parent teachers groups
association.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing, while you were